Okay, little sticks. Let's talk about the gear that we use. Start with rain gear. What are you wearing?
Something off of Amazon, and then my pants are REI.
How would you rate them on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being you would recommend them to somebody else that you like.
The pants I'd recommend, the jacket no.
You didn't hear the rest of the scale.
Okay. Every video is gonna be like, cut.
Okay. 5 being you would recommend them to somebody. 1 being so bad that you would actually get online and leave a bad review. Okay. 3 would be might be a good starter gear, but you're gonna replace it eventually. So that's where you are. 2 and 4 is like between not even a good starter gear, and 4 is it's good budget gear, but you could probably get something better for. Are we clear on the scale? All right, 1 through 5. How would you recommend your REI pants?
REI pants. I have no idea what rain pants are out there to buy, but I'd recommend them if you want to buy them. Probably give it a, I don't know.
Is there anything you didn't like about them?
No, other than they kept falling down.
But that's because you were losing calories as you were walking. So the
Velcro at the top doesn't, like, it zips the whole way down the leg, but the Velcro at the top is not super strong.
Okay. So the zipper down the side is an advantage because you can
ventilate your legs.
But the fact that the waist does not hold very well.
The Velcro at the waist doesn't hold very well, and
it does not have a very good drawstring. I saw that. It needs to have a little spring thingy that you can just push and it'll hold.
So there's better pants out there probably, but these definitely did the job.
Okay, so 4 out of 5?
I'd give it a 4, yeah.
All right, 4 out of 5 for REI rain pants. What about your coat?
My jacket, I have no idea. It says
Rain Rider
on the thing. I don't like it. Won't recommend it to anybody.
Okay, just for the record.
But I won't give a bad review, so I'll give it a 2.
I am eating. Would you like some?
No.
I'll shake some into your hand. You can't put your hand in that.
I don't want to.
Okay, so a 2, which means you wouldn't recommend it, but it's not so horrible that you would bother yourself in getting online and doing a review.
Yeah.
Okay. It is not pushing her. Actually, the reviews aren't that bad. I have better things to do with my time than do reviews.
Yeah.
But I thank all the people who leave
Instagram
reviews.
too much.
Yes. Okay. What about your shoes?
Shoes are Hoka.
Okay, they're Hoka and they're blue. They're actually road running shoes, right?
Yeah, they're...
Okay. Would you recommend them for hiking?
I thought it said on here somewhere. It's a Hoka something, but they're made for road running, not necessarily like the tread on the bottom's not great for trail. I like them, but they don't have a wide enough toe box or a wide enough heel box. And so I'm going to go with a more...
check out Topo. That's what I'm going to get next. But
wider
not
shoe
really common.
With a bigger toe box.
Ultra?
Lower to the ground. I don't like how thick the foam is.
A 0 drop. Ultra. You'll like Ultra, but they don't last very long. Like, I got Ultra and they lasted me one summer. Running.
I'm just going to go barefoot, actually.
Okay, you complained enough about your feet this weekend. I don't think you're going to go barefoot.
No.
Any other rain gear you're wearing?
No. I mean, what else would I wear for rain?
I don't know. Gloves? Hat?
No gloves.
Okay.
No rain hat. I mean, this is cotton. It's drenched.
I'm wearing cotton kills. You're not supposed to wear cotton.
No.
I'm wearing an REI raincoat. I do recommend it. I recommend it 4 out of 5.
It is above 2.5 liter something. It says on the sleeve.
Liter?
It says peak 2.5 liter. Or 2.5L, whatever that means.
Probably large. I don't know.
It could probably carry 2.5 liters.
It carries
of rain.
2.5 people, but since I'm large, only one of me fits in it. Well, I'm going to be large if I keep eating this trail mix. I recommend it as a 4. You can definitely get things that are better, I think. More expensive, lighter weight. But for the cost and the weight, I would say it is worth it. I have not been soaked through on this, and I have walked through many, many, many rain for hours on end.
Raindrops, actually. Many, many raindrops.
Yes, many, many raindrops for hours on end. And the only dampness I've gotten is just from sweat, I think. Like, I'm not wet inside. And it dries out pretty quick. Like, it's already dry from just walking 4 hours of rain. For rain pants, I'm actually not sure what they are, but they are Gore-Tex. And I don't know what the brand is. I got them from Cabela's on a sale. I also recommend them at a 4 out of 5. They are a little heavy, but they're not bad. And I have not gotten wet on the inside. They zip up the leg to the knee so you can vent. But sometimes what I do, if I'm especially warm, and my raincoat is on.
In the bag.
Oh, yuck. Which one was it?
I don't know. It landed on the table and bounced back in the bag. It was like one of those first two.
All right. Well, that's enough of my trail mix. What were we talking about?
Your rain pants.
Rain pants. 4 out of 5. It's not. I would call it above a budget gear. That's good for starting out, but you can get lighter and better. These are my complaints. They do not have side pockets. They only have one back pocket. That's hard to get stuff in and out. I think if they had side pockets, I would like them a lot better, because when you're wearing them, you don't have pockets for anything. So you can't put your phone in your pocket or anything like that. So that is my gripe about them. So maybe I should say 3.5.
Yeah, but you're being really technical.
Yeah. 3.75 for the rain pants.
Make it a 3.8, you know.
And then I'm wearing Hoka Speed Goats. They are soft. I like them. The problem is, and I've heard this from other hikers with the Hokas, they have so much padding in the heel that you can't really feel the ground under you. And so there's times where you don't really feel steady.
Hokas are great for running, but not for the trail.
Yeah, and I'm going to try out Topos next, because I've heard a lot of good about them. And I know I followed a hiker that hiked like 1,000 miles in them.
I'm going to try out my bare feet next.
You're not hiking barefoot.
Might as well go back to basics to figure out the problem.
And then my other piece of gear that I wore was a Yama mountain gear, and I forget what they're called. I think they're called pole covers or hand covers. But they go over your hand. They have elastic here. They go over your hands, and then you put they have a hole in it for your trekking pole. And so as you're hiking, your hands are covered so they don't get wet. And they also work like in the winter. You can put gloves under them and it keeps the wind off them. And those, I recommend those a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. The only thing I would say is once your hand is wet, it might stick to the inside. So maybe a 4.75 out of 5. And I think if they just put a real thin layer of cloth inside that their hands wouldn't stick to, it would be perfect. Why would it not be perfect?
They're extra.
Extra? Are you calling me a diva?
He's
calling me a diva. I'm not a diva. I do not like water on my hands. I don't like water drops on my hands.
I just use sleeves and walk.
No. She's not normal.
You're the one that's all.
You're not supposed to say that on my channel. Okay, little sticks, talk to us about your backpack. You moved, I can't see what it is. It's Outdoor Vitals.
Outdoor Vitals.
Because it's vital to be outdoors.
The Shadow Light 60 liter. I got
And this has been its maiden voyage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, so good.
What do you rate it as 1 to 5. You remember the scale?
Yeah, I'd give it a 5.
Okay.
If you want one, get it. I don't know.
Yeah, talk to us about it.
It is 60 liter. I got a medium frame. I think I should have went small. I'm like 5'8". So the frame is a little on the larger side. So definitely do not go larger than what. Definitely not go large. The belt, I got a large one because I got a nice. I got me some wide hips. It is like, I don't know, it's a roll top. It has been in rain, and like my jacket is dry. Like rain did not come through, and there was water sitting on top of the bag.
But it's not advertised as waterproof. It's advertised as water resistant.
Yes. But I mean, I wouldn't trust it further, like with like a sleeping bag or anything. But it's definitely kept my gear dry.
And you have a trash bag liner inside of it.
Yeah, just because it's good to do that.
Okay, so what do you like most about it?
I like these big fat mesh pockets.
Let me see.
They go forever and ever. I got lots of things in them.
So we have a tent. Oh, you still have my spoon.
I have a tent. My tent pole, because it's a freestanding tent. It's the Bryce one-person tent from Perea Outdoors.
And this is also on his maiden voyage.
Yes, it did well. I haven't really like tested it out in like.
You didn't want to try it last night in the rain?
I think it would have did all right.
Okay. But there was a shelter that we finally found.
Shelters are better in that case. It's freestanding, so I have like my poles for my tent in there and my stakes. And then I have a little hip belt in the bottom, like a hip belt. A crossover bag.
Thank you. A crossover bag.
A crossover bag just in the bottom there.
All right, now talk about the side pockets over here, because these are unique to this bag. I've never seen them somewhere else.
Side pockets up here. The only annoying part is if you were going to put a tent pole or something in here, you couldn't keep anything in here. 2 smart water bottles side by side in there. That works. My cooking pot fits in here, and it keeps it very well because you can cinch it kind of together. It won't fall out.
Do all of them cinch? I like how that cinches. Do all of them cinch?
These cinch. These don't. They have a strap that you can use to go across like that if you want to, and cinch it if you were going to hold it together.
Okay.
The hip belt pockets are very large. But I did lose some things out of them because I didn't shut the zipper on them.
And what did you lose?
My water filter. It's frozen out in the trail, the cold
Somewhere. I hope nobody finds it, picks it up, and decides to use it. How about the frame? You said the frame was a little large, but did you feel like it carried right?
I felt like it carried pretty well.
Okay.
If I would ever get a backpack again, I would go with a smaller frame.
Okay.
Just because I think it was a little long. It comes with a sit pad in the back of it, which is very nice. The only thing is that it was wintertime, or it's like cold out, so it's great, but I wonder how warm it would be in the summer because it is pretty hot against your back, so you will sweat. But wintertime, it kept me nice and toasty.
Okay.
So it doesn't ventilate well. I don't know if you should stop it.
No.
It doesn't ventilate well through the back of it. That's one downside to it, but maybe I just wasn't wearing it right. But other than that, there is an aluminum frame in here, but you can pull it out if you prefer to go frameless.
Lightweight. Wait, weenie.
This is how she takes her rain cover off.
This is my new backpack, and I got this specifically for winter because I can fit more stuff in it easily, and it only weighs a tiny bit more than my regular backpack. And this is an Osprey something, I think it's 58. It has a big stuffed pocket, which is nice. I have 2 water bottles in there, my water filter because it is warmed up, so I put it back in there. Rubric cube. And then these are my hand covers that I was talking about. Yama Mountain Gear, I recommend these 5 out of 5. Well, like I said, 4.7 out of 5, because if they had just a thin, because see how the water's in there and that's not coming through, it's when it's on my hands. So you put them on your hand, pull this, and then, where's my stick?
This is all in the name of not getting your hands wet.
You can put your hand in your stick, and then you just cover it up. And now your hands are not wet.
Look how excessive that is.
And then, but you can also pull it off and get your hands. So if it stops raining, you can just pull it off and it'll ride there. Or you can just pull it back and pull it again and it'll ride there.
It's like
I like these a lot.
It's like a modesty flap for your elbow.
My elbow's right here. Anyhow, I really like these and recommend them to anybody who does not like water drops falling on their hand. And you can use them in the winter because it'll keep the wind off your hand. Yama Mountain Gear. Not sponsored.
Nothing sponsored in this video.
No, nothing is sponsored. Okay, so that was in my stuff pocket. So the other new gear that I had for this trip was, well, I already talked about a sleeping bag in the other clip and the sleeping pad. I think that was it. The backpack. The sleeping pad is a Exped 7R and it has down in it, so it's extra warm, and it does not weigh much more than my other one does. And it kept me very warm with the sleeping bag. The sleeping bag is a 0 degree sea to summit bag, and that was the warmest I have ever slept in cold weather.
And it was 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
It was 30 degrees was our coldest night, and I think 32 last night. And the last winter hike we went on last winter, and when I went for the Eclipse hike, I slept in that both times. And the Eclipse, it was 20 degrees. I was in a 0 degree sleeping bag from, I don't remember the name, but 0 degree sleeping bag. And I had a down blanket and a sleeping bag liner, and I was sleeping in wool with down booties, and I was cold every single night, all night long. But I also, my sleeping mat was only like a 4R. So, I think that's all we get. Oh, and my hoodie. This is my new hoodie. I'm using it for a summer hoodie. And it is a, I don't remember the brand, but it's got a little skeleton on it, like that's their brand thing. I think it's I forget what it is. I'll have to look it up. This is a lightweight summer wool hoodie. And I wore it for the whole time, either with this, and then when it was raining, I put this on it, and I was not cold at all. So I didn't have to wear my big, thick hoodie, and I also wasn't in short sleeves.